What did you like most about the original Ravnica set?
There was, I talked about this a little bit on one of my live streams. Like, I feel like Wizards' approach to world building has kind of like changed a little bit. I like how they used to approach world building a lot. Like, it felt like it was like a lived-in world, and you would find like goofy people in the world, and like serious people, and people that are taking part in the war, like the war that's going on. People that like don't believe in the war. You know what I mean? Like how it would be in real life. There'd be these different people in real life. And I just loved how it felt like you were just like a part of the clan you were playing as. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like Gruul was just like my favorite thing when I first started playing. I've kind of moved away from Gruul a little bit, but when I first started playing, just the Timmy cards were so appealing, and Ravnica had plenty of them.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I think I agree too with. I think the last set they stopped a bigger world building type thing was Tarkir. It was like the
100%.
last 3 block set, and then they had this really cool, really integrated story. And like Battle for Zendikar, yeah, it had a story, but that block was, I mean, it's their first, I think it was the first 2 block set. And
It was awesome.
2 set block, yeah.
Tarkir's fantastic. Like you had like Zergo and like Anafenza, and you felt like you were like in different like viewpoints of what was happening in Tarkir. I loved that set. Such a good one. I wish they do the block sets so much. Those were so good.
Yeah, I bet you one day they'll go back to a block set.
I'm sure.
Everything's kind of just moved so fast, and yeah, I do agree with like, I don't know, you can notice with like Kaldheim, you're like, oh, this is Kaldheim, and like that's all you got. Like this is all the people, but you didn't really learn to love the world.
100%. Well, and like you just said, like this is all you got is like a perfect way to sum it up, because it's like we only have one set to do this, so we have to depict the entire world building in one set, which is super hard to do. Like over 3 sets, it's super hard to get like almost like you're reading a story almost. Like when you have the block sets, it's like you're getting the introduction to why these things are happening in the world. The middle's like the conflict, and then you get the resolution in like the last set. And it's just kind of weird to get all 3 of those in one set, because you get like cards from different points of the story. In like, you know what I mean? It's a little confusing almost from the world building point of view.
Yeah, like they've got the story spotlight cards, but it's like,
Yeah.
at the beginning here, there's this character, but then in the same pack, I've got that character just died. Like what?
I just pulled the Atraxa, and Atraxa's getting smoked on this card I just pulled, so I don't know how that works. Like totally.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how I felt too. Like going back to Kaldheim, you know, with the latest. I don't know. It's not really the latest, but March of the Machine.
Yeah.
That one, I was like, oh, I guess we're kind of back to Kaldheim a little bit because of the world tree.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really attached to it.
Exactly. I had no real like love for the world tree or anything. Like there wasn't enough world building for me to really care that much about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's super, super bizarre.
It is. Like I look back at I think the best example of like a perfect set like block for me would be like the Lorwyn and like Mirrodin, or not Morningtide, like Lorwyn, Morningtide, Shadowmoor. That was like my favorite block of all time. If I had to pick like favorite block, favorite set, it'd probably have to be those, just because that like the world building was so good. And I like if you know me, like I hate tribes. Like I do not play tribal decks at all. Yeah. So it's really funny that that's my favorite block, because it's like so full of tribes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. I just remember there's that video by Pretty Deece that's all about like what the Lorwyn championship deck looked like. And it was
my god, yes.
So weird.
So weird. They had the most bizarre decks during that block. I loved it. Like kitchen sphinx or kitchen finks, is that what it's called?
Fink, yeah.
Oh my god, I loved it. There's so many cool cards from that set.
Yeah, there's a lot of like kind of like twisting the rules type of things.
Yeah.
And I just
I feel like there's just chaos was like a good sum up of that set. Just crazy stuff happening all the time.
Well, and that block it had 4 sets in it, which I thought was interesting.
Oh yeah, it did. I completely forgot about that. That's probably why I like it so much.
Yeah.
Even more world building. Love it.
It's because it's like each set was different, but each set was like add just a little bit more to that world.
It almost felt like they took like the world and like cut it into 4s. And they were like, we're going to devote each set to like really diving deep into like a different section of the world. So good.
Oh yeah. That's nice. Yeah. Again, don't get it anymore.
Not really.